2 architects briefing. And the price guide in the last segment will be presented by Jesslyn. Okay. Imagine the water garden is surrounded by the landed enclave and close to the nature that has park connector right at your doorstep. The side gate gives you an easy access to the park connector that bring you a short walk to Canberra MRT. The convenient ride of the MRT to Orchard and the city will just take you about 20 to 25 minutes. Okay. And with the completions of the north-south corridor coming up, the travel distance by the car to the city will have cut down from 35 minutes to 20 minutes. There's also no lack of convenience to the mall with a short drive to North Park City, Sun Plaza, Causeway Point, and walking distance to Sembawang Shopping Centre and Canberra Plaza. Okay. For family with children, there are also schools in the neighborhood for you to select. Okay. Jean. Why the water garden? Potential growth with good investment. It's located in a region of growth. That's 3 MRT stops to Woodland Regional Centre, where there is a diverse mix of office, retail, business park, industrial space, and upcoming Woodland Health Campus. And 4 MRT stops to the Woodland North Coast, where JTC has a vibrant mixed-use master plan for new industrial spaces, and close to the vicinity of Seletar Aerospace Park that home to over 60 MNC that create demand for home rental. These are the positive attributes of the compelling growth to this location. There is a recent articles on the new fab located at the Woodland campus, and this is expected to start the production in 2023 and reach a full capacity by 2024, which will create another 1,000 jobs here. Where the project is a close proximity to the growth of the region. No reason not in the water garden. Okay. Now, I will move on next to the developments. The Water Gardens is design concept has 3 thematic zones of 3 distinct characters: the water, the garden, and the social. XTX Architect will show you the layered landscape of the 3 teams and the 65 exciting facilities. Nested in the quiet enclave, the Water Garden has 16 blocks of 5-story building. The architectural design has optimized the north-south orientation for most of the units. Kingsley from P&T would share with us more design concept detail in a short while. The pool-facing units enjoy the organic form of the generous water body in the water zone. 50-meter lap pool for more serious swimmer. And in the garden zone, where the flower trail allowed the residents to enjoy pockets of garden space and relaxed corner. The social zone, there are numbers of pavilions in Water Gardens. One of my favorite pavilion is the Harvest and Savory Garden, where fresh vegetable and herbs will be grown in this area. With the right farming knowledge, residents were able to enjoy growing their very own green at home. A monthly hands-on workshop will make this possible for residents here. Okay. Site plans, as you can see from the screen, it shows the 3 thematic zones. I'm going to use a cursor to show the area. Most of the 2 and 3 bedroom, Jean maybe can help me to show the 2 and 3 bedroom in the Canberra Drive and along the landed, are placed in the quieter side of the developments in the garden zone that offer to single or young couples, whereas the bigger units of the 3 premium and 4-bedroom units are placed near the pool area. So there is a choice for everybody. In these low density developments, there are limited 448 units, of which 45% are the high demand 2-bedrooms units and limited units of the 3 and the 4-bedroom type. So act fast to grab the units. There are 3 show flats that we will be illustrating here. This is a picture of a 2-bedroom premium units of 753 square feet. Today, I will just show some of the typical layout. I will not run through the entire layout of the developments. We will be subsequently forwarding you the full e-brochure. Okay. So what you see on the screen now is a compact 2-bedroom, which enjoys 6 units per floor, which is very rare in today's market that units are packed like 8 to 10 units per floor. Okay. The layout shown is a popular, affordable, compact 2-bedroom with 646 square feet. This efficient dumbbell layout has no wastage of circulation space and has its own designated enclosed kitchen.
Yeah, continue. Yeah.
Yet, the bedroom, you can have a king-size bed for the master bedroom and a queen size for the other bedroom. It's a very ideal unit for investor or couples. The 2-bedroom premium units is 721 square feet, efficient and compact layout with spacious bedroom that has a king-size bed for the master bedroom and a queen-size bed for the other room. It has a fully cross-ventilated design from the balcony to the living area. The bedrooms are located away from the living and dining area that enjoy more privacy from these units. Okay, you see here is a 3-bedroom show flats of 958 square feet. I have to stress this is a 958 square feet, but if you see the layout plan later, you'll be impressed that for 958, you can have a good size 3-bedroom, very livable design. The show flat design is more of the modern and futuristic design that suits the young generation. Next, I'm showing a 3-bedroom premium unit of 1109 square feet. Okay, this is even better that you have just 4 units per floor design, which mostly the 3 premium unit types are located at. It has a good size living and dining and spacious bedrooms. All the kitchens and all the bathroom and kitchens are natural ventilated, and there is an opportunity to convert the study to a walk-in wardrobe for the master and a household shelter area ideal for space for storage. Okay. We also have a 4-bedroom PH units with high ceiling, which is approximately 4.3 meter high. In these developments, all the 5th floor units are all come with a high ceiling, except for the 2 compact unit design. Next. No, Jean, 1 slide up. Okay. Like the 3-bedroom premium types, all the 4 bedrooms are in the 4 unit per floor blocks. I stress again, you really hard to find with just 4 units per floor kind of design anymore. Now all the small units are really packed with 6, 8, 9, 10 units. So a 4 unit is really giving a premium to buyers. And there's only 12 exclusive stack of this 4-bedroom out of the 90 stack in this development. Okay, and all the units are placed at the best facing towards the pool or the garden view. It also have a friendly 3G layout that offers spacious bedroom with ensuite bath, flexible use in the household shelter, storeroom and yards area. Beside all the excellent layout here, we also have safe and smart home features in the Watergardens, like the UV tubes in the lift that purify air effectively for better air quality. Smart home features such as digital lock set, smart aircon control, pre-register QR codes, and on-the-go booking app facilities is also offered to all the residents here. Okay. UOL has established track records that won top developer in 2019 and 2020. The Watergarden has won an architectural multi-resident award in Asia Pacific Property Award this year. We would like to share this award with our design team, P&T Architect, Index, our project's interior designer, and STX Landscape Architects. With this, I would like to invite Kingsley, Kingsley of P&T to take us through the design concept of the Watergardens.
Very excited to bring you this architectural briefing for Watergardens. It's a very exciting job by UOL. So before we kick on to the design proposal, I'd like to bring you on through to the site analysis. On a macro scale, the site is actually located within the Yishun and Sembawang estate. And the actual building site itself, as you can see in the orange, is located within 400 meters to the Canberra MRT station, very close proximity. And then, of course, our show flat currently is located at the south of Sembawang MRT station. Planned residential enclaves that are present and future coming up. It is amongst it is actually the Canberra Plaza. It actually has a Leaf Work Play mixed development by HDB, also known as the Next Generation Neighborhood Center. It's a 3-story retail mall housing close to 70 shops, including NTUC, restaurants, fast food, learning and enrichment centers, as well as a water play park. Also looking at the commercial zones and the light industrial, as you can see in the purple and the light blue, we have also a lot of upcoming commercial developments coming up. The general amenities in the site surrounding are basically Yishun Town Centre, North Point City Shopping Centre Community Hub. We have the Yishun Park Hawker Centre, Bukit Canberra, which is an integrated sports and community hub, hawker centre, community farming, polyclinic, and lifestyle spaces in a very green environment, as well as Kampong Admiralty mixed development with social, healthcare, communal, and commercial facilities. Parks and green recreational facilities are one of the key drivers of the design concepts. And to the south of our site, the water body park connectors link up residents to a network of parks like Sembawang Hot Springs, Springleaf Nature Park, Sungai Buloh Wetland Reserves, and to the central north, MacRitchie and Mandai Reserves. As a summary, our site is within close proximity to the commercial, retail, food, social community hubs, parks, and well connected by MRT, bus lines, and park connectors. The road network system from Canberra Drive links residents to key main roads at Sembawang Road, Yishun Avenue 7, leading to different parts of Singapore. And from the development guide plan of URA, this site is actually within a very residential enclave all around. So to the west and to the south of us, landed development, to the north as well, all residential development. And you render a total number of units of 448 with a total site area of 27,500 square meters of plot ratio 1.4, maximum GFA of 38,000. And we also have a childcare center of 500 square meters. So moving on to the design concept, the existing site has undulating greens surrounded by a mix of low-rise landed and parks and water body to the south of us. Hence, our vision for the project is to infuse these most positive vibes into our site context to create an architecture that is inspired by timeless union between water and landscape to create a haven to call home. As an introduction, the shape of the site is very unique. We have the main area, which is very regular, and we have designed for 4 rows of the blocks to create 3 main large landscape spaces. A total of 11 blocks in this main area, and the tail area, actually we have 5 blocks, a total of 16 blocks in totality at 5 stories, and a mix of 9, 8, 7, 6, and 4 units per core. So we have a combination of household shelter for the larger units of the 3 premium and above, and storey shelter for all the smaller units. With the main entrance coming in from Canberra Drive, set away 30 meters from a future bus stop, we have a residential entrance coming in at 109 level. And on the deck itself, the units are rested on a higher deck level, and mainly they are about 112.5, ranging to 115 to 114 level. So the whole development actually for the residential are actually sited on a higher ground compared to the site surroundings and as well as the roads. At the tail area, the blocks and the landscape slope gently from 110.5 to 107. And with the site planning that has predominant units facing north-south, we have created 3 main landscape spaces. The first row, quarter type kind of facilities. And moving on to the second row is the key spine where we have placed the gym and the multifunction hall within a 50-meter lap pool that links up the 2 spaces. And finally, towards the last row, we have terrace pools and landscape and some key facilities as well. A 50-meter setback towards a landed development and a park allows fire engine accessway as well as a series of landscape facilities to the boundary and perimeter of our site to our neighbors. We have also created 5 side gates, upon which one actually links directly to the communing park towards the south part of the site. And then the 5 numbers of gates, one towards block 57 allows for residents to access directly to the MRT station. Another adjacent to the main entrance allows the residents to either access to the northern part of the site or southern part of the site. And 2 more gates, one linking to the bus stop. And finally, the last one at block 27 allows residents to access directly to the park connectors and to the water body. After the main entrance gateway, where the guardhouse is located, one arrives at a grand plaza drop-off, greeted by a beautiful water cascade at a backdrop and a gym that perches at a higher level on the deck. And the 4 main key areas as you arrive is actually where the drop-off is. And you go in through to the main car park area at 118 to 119. And to the northern part of the site, we have a gate access that allows for a service area at the lower level at 106. And then the childcare center, which is in yellow, at 500 square meters, is located again at the basement with the gate access going down with some car park lots, 12 car park lots at the basement. So this is the image of the master plan as you see from the site and the proximity of the residents that you're able to actually cut across the green plot of land in the front, which is future HDB, right across to the Canberra MRT station, and Canberra Plaza, which is further north to the MRT station, which is the mixed development. And down south, the blocks at the tail actually able to catch glimpse of the river and the water body. At the main entrance drop-off, which is at the lower level, residents and visitors are greeted by a water wall that cascades into a courtyard, and the gym is located at a higher space. And this is the feel of the development elevation as one approaches the site 5 blocks to the tail of the site that gently steps down towards the south and at the same time sits on a higher deck or ground level from the road. The childcare center entrance and the fire engine accessway goes up to the deck with a pedestrian footpath, which is to the right of the main entrance development sign, leads the cut access gate to the left. And if you walk further up, another gate that brings you to the main drop-off area. So the third strip of the landscape space to the south, the natural contour is shaped by a series of cascading waters and gardens and a play slide, creating an interesting feature to the development. Spa pools, leisure, kids pools with outdoor and indoor function spaces are created. Units are able to enjoy good spacing up to 25 meters between the blocks, as well as lush greeneries and water cascades that are created through careful contouring of the site. And where there's an apparent drop in level, we have carefully tucked in some of the clubhouse facilities, multi-function rooms, games room, outdoor pavilions that connects the visitors directly from the basement to this deck level. This is the view of the multifunctional space, family space looking out to the kids pool on the external, and the overall view from the units fronting the namesake of Watergardens. The central landscape spine boasts of a 50-meter lap pool with large landscaping and cabana decks lining up to the edge of the facility, and towards the end, a water cascade drops into a tranquil courtyard at the main entrance of the development. As one exercises over the treadmills and the cascading falls, and a 50-meter lap pool beyond frames up the vista of the clubhouse, the 2 multi-function space beyond that. And in this, as the evening falls, the ambient of the 50-meter lap lights form a beautiful floating effect, reflecting the 5-story architecture. To the left, you can see from the image is the 2 function rooms, one of which is designed as a work from home or home-based learning kind of space, a relaxation corner to one side, and a more formal work entertainment top. And the other functions as a more formal dining and entertainment space for parties and functions. The first row of the landscape strip to the north, a quieter zone is created with lawn and deck for picnics and chilling out externally. At the same space, we have placed relaxing hammocks over reflective pools and a pavilion to the backdrop of the space. And other key features, outdoor harvest pavilion that houses community gardens where residents can plant their herbs and edibles within designated planter boxes. And the gourmet pavilion with ample spill-out deck space for functions and parties at the edge of the gardens fronting Communing Park. Some TP decks line up at the perimeter of the boundary where residents can pitch up a tent. And finally, a floating pavilion that looks over the water body to the south of the site. Based on the context of the site with low-rise landed houses surrounding us, we wanted to design the architecture that is simple but timeless and to a more human scale. Hence, we deliberately frame up the upper 4 stories of the building by having a darker warm base for the ground floor units, resulting in the overall feel of a more terrace stepping building form that follows the contours of the site formation. Moving on to the units and the block plans. We have a total of 90 stacks of units multiplied by 5 stories. So a total of 450 units, but we have actually locked off 2 floors, 2 units at the block 35, resulting in a total number of 448 units. So basically we have 3 types of 2-bedroom, 3 types of 3-bedroom, and a 4-bedroom premium. So the 2 bedrooms, actually we have a 2 compact with 1 bathroom, 2 premium with 2 bathrooms, and 2 premium plus study. We have a 3 compact plus study, and a 3 premium with a study and a household shelter. And the 4-bedroom premium generally comprise of a study, household shelter, and comes with a store utility room and a WC. So block 27 from the tip at the south part of the site actually comprise of 7 units per core, served by 2 lifts and a storage shelter. In this, actually all the small units are located here. So we have a single staircase that's naturally ventilated without any household shelter within the units. At blocks 29, it's a 6 unit per core, and all the units comes without the household shelter. Similarly for block 31, 35, 33, and 35 as well. So moving on to block 37 and 41, we have 4 units per core. These are all larger units, 3P and 4P, and we have a special 2P that comes with a household shelter. Block 39 is the same, 3Ps and 4Ps. And then moving on to block 43, we have 6 units per core that has a large 3P with household shelter and the rest using storey shelter. 47 and 49 is the same. And then moving on to blocks 45, 51, and 53, 3Ps and 4Ps with household shelter, served by 2 lifts and a single staircase. Finally, move on to the last 2 blocks at the top, north portion of the site, block 55 and 57, 8 and 9 units per core respectively, with a 2-bedroom premium at 70 square meters. This is actually a show flat unit with a high volume void at the last level. Typical typology of 2 bedrooms with a short corridor leading to the bedrooms and the bathrooms, and a kitchen that's closable with windows. This is a perspective image of the living dining, and then looking back towards the dining space. And then moving on to the 2-bedroom study. At 74 square meters, we have a flexible layout for the study to potentially integrate with the master bedroom. And then the 3 compact at 89 square meters, 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, again with a high volume void at the last level. And these are some of the perspective images of the living dining room as well as the master bedroom. We have the 3-bedroom compact plus study at 94 square meters. And then the 3-bedroom premium at 103 square meters. We have HSS that is doubling up as a utility storeroom, as well as a WC, and a study room that can be integrated with the master bedroom. The 4-bedroom premium comes at 121 square meters with household shelter, storeroom / utility room, and a WC. And the split in the bedrooms from the junior master and its ensuite allows for a very short corridor leading into the 3 bedrooms and the common bathrooms. We have also designed for a wet kitchen and a dry kitchen that is a feature to the dining and living room space. So this is a perspective image of the high volume void and the living dining for the last level and the living and master bedroom. And finally, I end this presentation with the image of Watergardens at Canberra. Thank you.
And strangers become friends. So basically, within the roots of Yishun and Canberra, there is a history that goes well before the pre-urbanization days of Singapore and the ecological roots of the ex-villages of Seletar. And our design evokes the memories of village living, a quest for a simpler way of life, back to its essential roots, in harmony with ecology, engaged with nature, and connected to a historical continuum derived from site and context. So next, we want to show you the zoning. Now, please don't be confused, because our zoning is dependent on site layout, whereas the zoning that was shared by Lee Hong previously is based on thematic facilities, meaning based on the waters, the social, and the gardens. So there are 2 kinds of zoning. And for us, we have 4 zones plus the entrance here. For the entrance zone area, what we have as you come in is a boundary wall that is well set back. So the entrance is greeted by a series of terraces with flowering plants. And this is the access gate that you see. As you enter, the arrival court faces the gym. And basically beyond the gym is a water courtyard, whereby beyond that is a 50-meter lap pool that you cannot see from this area. And this is your waiting area. In terms of zone 1, what you have would be some of these elements: Savory Gardens, which is here, the Pebbles Garden, which is 1B, Rocks and Reflexology Trail, Garden Hammocks, 1D, Water Hammocks, which are in the reflecting pool, the Blossom Garden, the Flower Garden, and sorry, the Recreational Lawn, the Flower Garden 1G is here, and then a grill pavilion for barbecues at this corner. So just to give you a little bit more detail on some of these elements, the Savory Gardens has a series of raised planters for residents to plant their own herbs and spices. And what you have are a selection of different spices that would already be pre-proposed. but it can be changed later by the residents. And this is the pebble and gravel pots for kids to sort of be able to experience the different textures in nature. And then the foot reflexology for trails and the garden hammocks for different age groups. The water hammocks, which is in this zone, floating on the reflecting pool. And these would be the two that we talked about. One is the blossom garden and one is the flower garden. Within zone 2, it's basically the main 50-meter pool. And this area is a little bit more urbanized in design. The entrance arrival court is here. This is the gym at the top. This is the water courtyard behind the gym. And the water from the 50-meter pool drops into this channel. And basically there is a water wall that faces the arrival court. So behind you have 2G, which is the function rooms. And after that, a sort of a garden topiary lounger space. So 2I is the garden lounger and 2J is the swing garden. And 2D and 2Cs and 2Es are different kinds of niches set into the pool. So you can have jacuzzi alcoves, you can have cabana decks, like the 2E here, and so on, and entrance steps as well in some of these areas right here. And what you see in this perspective shows that cabana decks, niches whereby there are jacuzzi spaces for different groups to hang out in. So they are put into the sides of the pool. This central area is a 50-meter lap pool. The function room is at the end. And basically there is, for privacy reason, enough layers of planting that residents within the units would feel protected from views from the pool, but the pool as well would have a nice green edge along the two sides. This is zone 3. So zone 3 for us is the forest pool area. And what you have is, it's the area that has probably the most water, but it's also the greenest. And 3A is the forest pool. It is 33.3 meters long, meaning that you can do 3 laps and you've got 100 meters. And then we've also got a sun pool and a rain pool. The sun pool is this one. This is the rain pool because the terrain is not flat. So these are at the higher elevation, cascading to 1, cascading to the 2nd. And this pool is basically 3B, which is the water jet terrace at this corner here. But the slide at 3F also comes down from the higher elevation straight into this pool here. And then it's separated for safety from the lap pool. What you have then the aqua gym pool, 3G, in this corner, the children's pool, which is here, and also things like the water party pavilion, which is this one, and the second barbecue is here. Then you also have a series of play lawns, such as this, and then different kinds of planting areas. And the 3K would be a fun trail up here because this slopes up to the back, which is at a higher elevation again. So this is like a run for kids going up and down. And beyond that, you have 3M, the outdoor gym pods, 3N, which is the fitness pavilion in this corner, and 3P further on. 3P is this pavilion here. And then 3Q is the gourmet pavilion in this corner. So along the edge here, which is facing the park view, this side all the way to this side, you have at least 3 different kinds of pavilions. Then you have 3R, which is the reading corner here. And then in front of the gourmet pavilion, you have a sort of a meadow garden, different paving inside, seating inside, but grasses, different colored grasses to form a meadow. 3T is a forest cocoon nestled in a bunch of trees. And then the TP decks earlier mentioned, these are the 3 TP decks here, again, nestled in planting. 3V is the pets run. So there's an area for pets. And basically 3W is the jogging trail that goes all around the site. So close-ups of this area. This is basically at the highest elevation corresponding to this unit. And then after that, it slowly steps down, and the water steps down accordingly as well, from the sun pool to the rain pool to the water terrace pool to the forest pool. The kids pool is at this level, lower than this. And basically the pavilion is also lower than this. And that's the slide that comes down. This is the hopscotch area, which is here. And it's sort of the play area for the kids, and then a 3K, which is the kids run. But the playground itself is actually at a higher elevation near all the fitness equipment. So 3M is fitness equipment, and basically 3L is the kids playground. And this is sort of a 3 generations type space. 3O is the yoga lawn here. So lastly, zone 4 in this area, what you have is basically a linear series, like a linear park. And in terms of the different pavilions, you have the meditation pavilion here, a spring that is right next to it. And then you've got the spice and the scent garden, which is this one here. 4D is a garden made out of hedges. 4G is the green lawn area. H is the garden lawn. And then I is the outdoor chess garden, which is here. 4E is a garden made of swales, which can periodically retain water. And then the floating pavilion at the end here. And you also have a little stream feature, which leads into this small pond that the pavilion floats on. And therefore, these are some of the ideas for the scent and spice garden here. Different good smelling plants which are herbs and spices would be planted. And the hedge garden, that's the character of the hedge garden here. Again, different species, colors, textures would be juxtaposed. And for the swale gardens, plants that tolerate periodic water in this area would be planted there. And the water disappears quickly so that you would not have any issues with water puddles being collected for a long time. Outdoor chess garden, this one here, an image of that. And then finally, the floating pavilion at the end of the site. And then it also cascades because the site drops. So as the final slide, this would be your summary of all the facilities that are being provided in this area for this property. Thank you.
Trevor, 100%. So Clavon hitting 85% with less than 100 units left. ASR crossed 70%, and PNT and STX spoke at length about the product. So if I may summarize, I will just talk about 3 key points. As usual, we have our strong product attributes, strong architecture excellence, inviting landscape, and our hallmark attention to details, where every unit has a good layout. Then, of course, our strong brand name and proven track record as a developer. And lastly, location attribute. What does 5 minutes walk, within 5 minutes walk to Canberra MRT means? Next slide, please. So what we did is we look around the island, projects that are selling well. So if you look at One North Eden, you have 10 stops to Orchard MRT station. You have to change 1 line via Bishan. And if you bother to change 2 lines, it's 7 stops to Orchard MRT. Sterling Residence, Park at Star, 9 stops. Hold on. Okay. Penrose 7, Park Colonial 8. And if you take a look at the average selling price, it ranged in excess of $1,500 to nearly $2,000 per square foot. So where do we stand, Watergardens? We are within 5 minutes walk to MRT, 10 stops to Orchard MRT station. And if you recall what Lee Hong said at the beginning, with the completion of North-South corridor is within 25 minutes drive to the CBD. So where do you think our price will be? Let's move on. Okay, before we review the price, we also need to help you, right, to look at what are the selling factors. So if you look around the 5 kilometer to the Watergardens, where are the potential HDB which meet the MOP this year? So there's in excess of 3,300 units. And how many units do we have for Watergardens? Only limited 448 units. So you know where does the demand and supply stay. Next. So we are the most affordable private development within 5 minutes walk to operational MRT. So what does that mean? You go down faster first, all the way. Okay, what I want to highlight is typical units were starting from 13xx per square foot. 2 bedroom, 91x thousand onwards. 3 bedroom, 1.2x million onwards. And 4 bedroom, 1.7 million, 1.7x million onwards. So what does this mean in terms of value proposition? So one way to compare is to compare the premium between private condo and EC. So I don't want to mention name, though it's stated there. We already have an EC that's launched very recently in this vicinity. And where does our pricing says? So the premium is starting from 17%. And when you look around, what about the other EC and private condo? The premium range from 23% to 38%. So I think you can see the figure and you can tell the story to your potential buyers. Next one. And you know our style. I've spoke many times in our past project launch. I think as UOL, we take pain to create value for buyers, starting right from the investment and BD stage. So when we look at land, we look at, apart from strong location and unique site features that allow us to create a strong product attributes, we also look at whether there's a growth potential. So I think the icing on the cake for this site is like what Lee Hong has explained earlier. You have high growth potential here. Woodlands Regional Center, your upcoming Woodlands North Coast Corridor, Seletar Aerospace Park.
Presented with award winner for architecture, multiple residence Singapore is Residential Development at Canberra Drive by UOL Group Limited, UIC Limited, Kheng Leong Company.